Nick Saban had some things to say about Bryce Young, who was measured officially at 5'10" and 1/8 inch at the scouting combine. Said Saban, "We've all seen the 6'4", 225-pound guy that can throw it like a bazooka, but he can't make the choices and decisions. He can't distribute the ball. He can't throw it accurately. So who's the better bet? I'm going on history, production, performance, and Bryce Young's done it about as well as anybody." Now, look, Nick Saban has a bias here because he coached him in college. Bottom line, all things equal, you want the larger quarterback. And Bryce Young is not Kyler Murray from the standpoint of, as Chris would say, 3 rockets up his butt. But, you know, hey, you can distribute the ball. You can see the field. You can do these things. But can you do it when you are looking around and over and under offensive linemen and defensive linemen at the NFL level? And they got some pretty big dudes in the SEC, so I don't know that it's going to be dramatically different, but that's part of the challenge for a shorter quarterback. I remember Drew Brees explaining he had lanes that he would look through, almost like the holes for a running back. The lanes, as the pass blockers set up, it creates lanes that you see through. You have gaps where you're just, and I don't know that a 6'4" guy is going to see well either when the offensive lineman's 6'7" and the defensive lineman's 6'6", but still, you have to work those openings and you have to anticipate where guys are on the field when you can't always see them, and that's going to be part of the challenge for Bryce Young. And like every other guy who enters the NFL at the quarterback position, we don't know what he's going to do until he gets there.
Certainly not. And there are always exceptions to the rules, right? I mean, there are subsets of data that teams look over, and it has to do with the combine. It has to do with your measurements. It has to do with all kinds of stuff. And then they put it together with the tape, and that's how they analyze a player, and they try to project what that player can be in the NFL. And so, yeah, if you want to make the comparison to Kyler Murray, I get it. But Bryce Young is still slighter than Kyler Murray. And if you look at him, the way he's been on the field and his playing weight, he looks slighter when he's on the field. So, you know, putting on that weight, it is what it is. But I guess when you're examining why he is the exception to the rule, you got to figure out why. You know, because everybody is going to be poring over the same tape, but it is, why is he going to be the exception? Like an Aaron Donald, you know, he had all the production in college, then he gets to the NFL and he does turn out to be the exception when it comes to size in the league and dominance in the league. And I don't know if Bryce Young is going to do that, but what I do know is that these teams who are going to be picking high in the first round have got to be able to make sure they're delving into this guy so that they understand exactly why he's going to be an exception in the NFL.
As Jaguars GM Trent Baalke shared with us last week, one of the Bill Parcells sayings, as the season goes on, fast guys get slower, but big guys don't get smaller. And size really is an issue for plenty of coaches. Even with Kyler Murray, it was a point Chris Sims made during the season, as it looked like Cliff Kingsbury was going to be in trouble. There may be coaches out there that want nothing to do with a shorter quarterback. And when trade was a possibility for Kyler Murray as an alternative to giving him a big contract, there's going to be a lot of teams out there that would never even consider Kyler Murray. So that's going to be part of the problem, part of the challenge for a Bryce Young. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.